Welcome to The Way It Should Be. I'm Dean.
Welcome to The Way It Should Be. I'm JD.
I'm Dean.
So it's been a little bit. We holidays, work schedules, everything kind of was goofy.
Yeah, the holidays really fucked
made
it
it
all
hard
up.
to get together and do one.
Yeah, and you had you went back to being a real employee, not a fake manager.
Yeah.
So
well, yeah.
You gotta work like the rest of us dickheads.
Maybe more.
The fuck you did. You lazy fuck. You guys would show up, do nothing all day, then go home.
No,
Like,
that's
we
not
did
true.
a good job. We put signs on some
That's not
stuff,
true.
and that's
Shut
about
up.
it. Yeah,
Shut up.
that's it. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm
not gonna shut up
missing.
about
What
it.
has gone on? Give us a brief rundown, because I've been out of the loop.
I don't know. Why? Don't you
No,
watch the
not really.
news?
If I'm not into
Why not?
if I'm not like podcasting, I'm out of it. I don't watch like regular news. Like I watch Breaking Points quite a bit. That's probably my most news like program.
Yeah. I don't really like that show. I don't know.
Good.
I just don't.
It's a good show. It's not bad. It's I felt like it used to be a little more unbiased than what it is now. I mean,
you feel it's a lot more biased?
I think they started out really, and I think this is probably inevitable, where they started out with kind of separate opinions, and then
that's my thing. They've moved kind of closer together.
Him more so her.
You think he's moved further to the left? Because he's supposed to be the conservative on that show. 103 dead in bomb blast near Iran General Qasem Soleimani's tomb.
So one thing I was kind of, there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, what's going to come out with this Epstein list?" It's really not his list.
What's coming out with that? No,
it's
not
anyone that,
it's like,
that
what is it?
that has anything to do with the court proceedings. It's like the list of that. It's not his client list. It's not that kind of stuff. There's a lot of confusion over that, though, that people are saying like it's his client list. It's not his client list. It's not at all. No,
I don't understand why we're not getting that. Well, I do understand why we're not getting that, but what I don't know. It's crazy that there's nobody like actively pushing to get that. I guess because so many people are going to get exposed by it.
What's bad about it, I think, is the you're going to have people that are confusing this with the list. So you're going to have people that are on that list that may have not had anything to do with Epstein. Maybe or maybe not directly. Maybe didn't go on the island as maybe it's not the client list. It's someone flew on an airplane with him. He said something to someone at a party in New York. You know what I mean? You could have people on that list that get looped up on this list that's coming out. They get looped up in like, oh, they're on the list. And in all reality, like I said, they were at a party with him in New York or California or wherever. And they never went to Pedophile Island. Yeah.
He partied with everybody.
They never went to Pedophile Island. And that's the list I'm curious about. But
well, that's the list everybody's curious about, who actually was out there banging kids with him. But we're never going to get that because there's too many powerful people that'll get wrapped up in it.
Yeah.
I mean, like heads of news agencies and big businesses and politicians, obviously.
And have you heard any of the stuff where they say like this, that he possibly was running some kind of, it makes sense to me, some kind of like PSYOP type deal or some kind of program for Mossad, so where they were getting these politicians and maybe the CIA.
I think it was definitely some kind of intelligence agency working. I mean, if you're gonna rope somebody up and get them to do whatever you want them to do, what are you gonna do? You're gonna get them to bang some kids and then take some pictures of it and have evidence of them banging kids, and next thing you know, they're gonna do whatever you want. Because you're never coming back from banging kids.
Yeah.
There's forgiveness for murderers. You're never going to get forgiven for banging kids.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just there's a whole lot coming out with that. I wish it was. I wish more people understood that it wasn't the list that's going to come out that way. Like it's almost
Well,
inconsequential.
they'll find out when it
This
comes
list that's
out.
going to come out, it doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
because it's going to tell us nothing.
Well. Yeah.
You think if Trump was on that list, it would already come out?
In better. No, because there's still too many other people that are on that list.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe that's how they'll
Too
get
many
Biden out of there. They'll put the list.
powerful people.
I don't think they want Biden running, but they're stuck with him. But maybe they'll.
I kept waiting for Newsom to throw his hat in the ring, but he hasn't done it yet.
They got something. They got something planned. There's no way.
No. You think he's going to stick with Kamala?
No, I'm talking about him not running. Period. Kamala's garbage.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they replace Kamala with somebody else, then the old man gets booted out or dies or whatever. They just move that next guy in.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I always thought that was what the plan was anyway, but then she turned out to be such a dumpster fire. They were just like, "Fuck,
it's bad when her gas
can't use her." Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a fucking joke.
What else? What's going on with Israel? You kept up with any of that?
Oh, they're killing a lot of people. A lot of people.
Yeah, I heard something the other day. I don't remember where I heard it, but it was that that the death count now, like civilian or non-combatants, is higher in there than the Ukraine war now at this point. Where is that? Why am I Gaza City?
Let's see. According to this, it's up to 20,000 civilians are dead now.
I wonder whose numbers that are, though. Who's coming up with that?
I mean, I don't think you're ever going to really know, like, the true extent of it. You know? Like, I think they're all just estimates, really.
I don't know. It's crazy.
But I don't know.
It's crazy.
I don't count dead people.
The whole deal.
But shit happens. I mean, the thing is, you know, you're going to have people die. And Israel's like, you know what? We're just, I get where Israel's coming from. I also get where the Hamas and the Palestinians are coming from. But in war, shit happens. People die. That's just the way it is. And then what the calculations of Israel's making is if we just wipe out Hamas now, we won't have to worry about them. What the fuck is going on in the background there?
Over here? Bryce sneezed.
No, I was about to.
Yeah. What the fuck was that noise?
Cover it and it really farted.
Jesus.
Oh, shit.
What a dumbass. Jesus Christ. I like that stupid Barry got back there.
Me and Ashley
did you paint that?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, me and Ashley
it's
did.
terrible.
Well,
it's not good. You should quit. You're not a good artist.
You know, it's our attempt at art.
Yeah. Yeah, 20,000 so far. Maybe more. It's pretty high, you know, but what are you going to do? I mean, they're trying to commit genocide over there, so you got to do genocide somehow.
Someone's got to. Someone's got to.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, they're both committed to genocide, so I guess Israel's going to be the one that wins.
What are? Yeah, I don't know. What if Iran gets into this?
Who gives a fuck? I don't see why it's any of our business.
No, but do you? I agree with you completely. Like I don't feel like it's in our business either. But do you think the U.S. jumps in?
They're doing they're trying real hard not to get involved in it, other than supplying some weapons and some money.
Lots of money and lots of weapons, not some.
Yeah, lots of money, lots of weapons. Yeah, but yeah, and I think the U.S. is more like preoccupied with shutting down the Houthi attacks right now on the shipping in the Red Sea.
They're shooting like $2,000 missiles, and we're knocking them down with like $50,000 missiles.
Well, you know, that's just the way it goes right now. They're working on cheaper ways of knocking missiles down. They're putting a lot of money into direct energy weapons, but that's still a few years away before we have anything that's really capable of doing that, especially large scale.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to tell you. It's just like I was watching this video the other day, actually yesterday, about the U.S. Army is the first to set up this new school on combating small drones. First military in the world to do that, and which just goes to show how badass the U.S. military is. But they're coming up with these new techniques and weapons for knocking down these cheap ass drones that like Ukraine has been using so effectively over there, killing Russians. So, like everybody knows, because of the Ukraine war, that this is the way warfare is going. It's gonna be a lot of small drones that are cheap to make, and you can take out armor, you can blow up personnel, all this other stuff. So, you got a $8 million tank that's blown up with a $2,000 or a $1,000 drone. That's not good. So you got to come up with ways of countering that. Yeah. Which is what they're working on right now.
Where do we stand with that whole deal, the Ukraine deal?
So,
man, I'm way out of the loop. What's going on there?
The Russians are slowly taking more and more land. Like they're going to win this in the long run. The Russians. Well, this is just the way Russians have always fought wars. Like it's real incompetent the first year or so, and they just keep throwing bodies at it until they wear down the other side, just with mass waves of human attacks. So they're eventually going to force Ukraine to settle, and what's going to end up happening is Ukraine's going to have to give up all of the Donbass, because that's ultimately what Russia wants. I think they'd like to take the whole country. I don't know if they're going to be able to, but yeah, they're going to take the whole Donbass, and they're going to force Ukraine to surrender and accept that, and then Ukraine's going to probably join NATO or the EU at least, and start rearming itself and getting ready for the next round of attacks. The next war that happens, because this will be like a cycle. They'll just keep doing this over and over again.
Yeah, so it's just a waste. Everything until the settle or whatever the treaty that they decide saying we'll go on this side of the Donbass, or we'll have the Donbass, y'all have everything over there. Everything like that seems like a waste.
I mean, will they do that? I mean, they've already shown that the Ukrainian army is very capable. They're probably the best army in the world right now. Hands down, the best fighters in the world right now. They just, if you give them a couple years to re-equip and rearm and come up with new strategies and grow their capabilities, they could probably take back the Donbass, but who knows if they're going to have that chance. This conflict's not over. Even if there was a treaty tomorrow, it's not going to be over. It's going to happen again and again and again.
Yeah, until it pulls everybody else in.
Yeah. I keep waiting for Poland to get involved. I don't guess that's going to happen, but it looked for like a minute there at the early stages that Poland was going to put its troops in there too, but I guess they decided against it.
Scary situation. I know you're loving it because you watch that crap on Reddit all day.
I don't love it. I don't love the fact that people are getting butchered for no fucking reason. Like, it's stupid. Like, there's no reason why NATO should be pushing nuclear weapons right on the border of Russia, and there's no reason that Russia should be so confrontational with the West when, everybody just has to go, let's just fucking chill out and go make some money and everybody get rich. I don't know why that's never an option for these people.
For the elite.
It's never an option. Yeah, the elite, they just want more and more power, and they'll take it from wherever they can get it.
Or listening to something, just talking about how much the Raytheons of the U.S. or the military industrial complex, rather, how much money they've made, how much their stocks are up and everything. It's insane. How much all that stuff's up.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's all about money.
It's all about the Benjamins. Can you say that?
It's all about money.
Say that now.
Speaking of all about money.
Yeah.
What, all about the Benjamins?
That's what that congresswoman got in trouble for.
Is Benjamin Franklin?
Benjamin Netanyahu and
what?
I don't know that story good enough to go.
It has nothing to do with Benjamin Netanyahu. It's talking about oh my god. It's talking about Benjamin Franklin, the guy on the $100 bill.
She was also talking about Jews when she said that congresswoman. Yeah,
I have no idea what you're even talking about. What congresswoman? You're making me angry now.
What's her name? Ilhan Omar. It's been a while back when she said that, but
that idiot. Well, if she's saying something, then we can definitely talk about it because she's a fucking moron. They should send her fucking ass to Gaza.
Who else? Who else should go?
Anyway, speaking of money, shut up. Listen. Speaking of money, guess where we're at now? Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know. I can't even comprehend. What is it? Tell me.
$34 trillion.
Were we at 32 the last time we talked about the debt?
I think so. Yeah. We're at $34 trillion right now, and climbing.
What's going on with Argentina? Have you kept up with any of that stuff? Kind of got quiet once he won.
Not really. No, I just don't speak Spanish. There's all kinds of shit going on. It's hard to keep up with it when you don't speak the language. So, but he's making some changes over there. That's for sure. What's funny about that guy is he didn't lie to anybody. He's like, okay, so this is what's going to happen. I'm going to make these changes. The economy's going to suck. Like it's going to get worse than it is right now. But we have to do this in order to get out of this hole. So what he did is, from what I understand, and I don't speak Spanish, so don't fucking hold me to this. From what I understand, is he devalued their currency, took off price controls, got rid of a bunch of ministries. Like the price of some stuff went way up. The price of some stuff went down once the price controls came off. And basically the economy is worse now. But
he said it was going to be.
You know, he has to do that in order to get to yeah, exactly. He told everybody, this is going to suck. Like this is not going to be easy. And he said, if we can pull it off, we'll be in a better position. But, you know, it's 50-50. You can go either way. But it was going to go to hyperinflation regardless.
I got those.
Whether he did anything or not, it still was going to go to hyperinflation.
My son got these headphones for Christmas that you like hook them with the app and they're supposed to translate. And I was like, I'm going to use those to watch some of his speeches, to listen to his speeches. No, I can't get them to work. Like he tried to link them to his phone first.
Why?
And then you couldn't get them to work. No,
the Samsung ones?
Amazon. No,
the Google ones,
knockoffs.
Oh,
but
yeah, that's probably why they don't work.
That was when I saw him. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this guy talk and listen to what he's saying. But
yeah, the Google, like if you have the Google, what is it called? The Google phone, and then you use the Google earbuds, it's supposed to do that translation.
Well, I wondered because he did that. That Javier Milei did that interview with Tucker Carlson, and they were using something like that when they did it. But that.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Good.
Was it good?
Pretty good. But that was when I saw that he got those, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to use those. Can't figure it out.
Well, they probably didn't use knockoff ones.
Knockoff ones. They probably used the real ones.
Yeah.
But what else?
This article says that the debt payments are expected to triple from nearly $475 billion in 2022 to a stunning $1.4 trillion by 2032. Listen to this shit. By 2053, interest payments are projected to surge to $5.4 trillion. Dude, that's more than the national budget.
The lack thereof national budget.
Yeah, the current federal budget is $5 trillion. Jesus Christ. Like, there's no real budget, but, you know.
What else? What else going on domestically?
There you go.
How about you? Did you have a good Christmas? What is a...
No, I had to work.
Christmas.
I worked Christmas Eve and then I worked Christmas morning.
Well, how was your Christmas?
So, there you go. And nobody gave me anything. I mean, nobody gives me anything, so I guess it was just another day.
You meet up with any kind of family? I don't know.
Who?
You have extended family? I don't know.
Who the fuck am I going to meet up with? My Jehovah's Witness mom?
What is an ex-Jehovah's Witness? What do y'all do? What?
Well, my sister that lives with me, the other sister lives way up north in Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm not going to meet up with anybody. I don't like my cousins, so
Great, they're listening.
hang out
Now
with
you
them.
just hurt their feelings. They thought y'all were friends.
They're not listening, and I don't care if they are. I don't fucking like them anyway. I don't like any of them.
So your Christmas is
Not
just
a
a
one of them.
regular day for you.
You know what? My life has never been ruined by having no cousins in it. Fuck them.
Well, for the record, I did invite you to come over here. I did.
No, you didn't.
Christmas Eve.
Nope, you didn't. You're just
Nope.
lying to everybody now.
No, I was just curious. Mine was good.
How was
Mine
yours?
real good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting
Oh, great. This is such a
Sitting
boring
around.
episode.
around, eating good, hanging out with family.
Yeah, mine was
It was real
good.
good.
That's good.
What did I get? I got some.
That's great.
I got a new cart for my shop, new tool cart, and some new wood turning accessories.
Oh,
Of course
go
you
to the
did.
titty bar.
Is that open on Christmas? Is it really?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, they don't
it has
open
to
till
be
3.
somewhere for
Yeah,
you
on
sad,
3.
lovely.
At 3 o'clock. There was nobody there. Most people were hanging out with their people. You know, there was some of us sad, lonely guys drinking beer there, looking at the D
Wasn't
squad.
even the B team, huh?
No,
Oh,
wasn't even
wow.
the C team.
Well,
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
well, that
Yep,
is. Did you do
yep,
anything
yep.
for New Year's?
I worked.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, some people go to work
I
around here.
work.
The fuck you do? You haven't
I
worked
just,
since before Christmas,
had days lined up.
and you didn't work for
That-
a whole
do
year
not-
before that.
no,
You didn't do
don't
shit.
start
Just
with
sat
me.
around.
I told you I worked.
Listen, I know what you did. You didn't do shit.
I did lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. This is not
No.
what we're talking about anyway. We're not talking about what work is like.
I mean, this whole episode's kind of garbage, anyways. What are we doing here?
We probably should have prepared for it a little bit better. What else? What else got you riled up? What got you
Well,
riled up
you know,
over the holidays?
Well,
What
we
bothers
did
you about the holidays?
nothing. We did iron out. I just don't like them. You know what? I don't like Christmas, and it's
Oh,
not because
you
I
almost said
was a Jehovah's Witness. It's not. That's not the reason. I almost said I was. Yeah, or I am. No, it's not because of that. You know what I hate? I hate the fucking commercialism of it. I hate the fake cheeriness of everybody. I hate the fucking just the stupid music. It's everywhere, and it's the worst music ever written ever in the history of the world. It's just awful music. I hate it. I hate everything about it. Everything. Name one thing about Christmas I like. There's nothing.
There's nothing. Just absolutely. Did you ever have a
Not a
Christmas as
fucking
a kid?
thing. Yeah.
That's got to suck that first year. That first year.
Didn't like
they're
it then
Yeah,
either.
by the way, this new thing we're into, no Christmases. You're like, what?
No Christmas. Yeah. But it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with like the not getting gifts or anything. I just don't like all the shit around. The fucking music is probably the worst part. And it's everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's that same god awful stupid
you're a
music.
Grinch.
I hate it. I am a Grinch.
What about
I fucking hate
Thanksgiving? Do you like
Christmas.
Thanksgiving?
It's the worst time of year. I love Thanksgiving. It's the best. It's the only time where you can sit there and stuff yourself
Let's not lie.
completely stupid.
We're
and
Americans.
nobody judges
Everyone
you for
does
it.
that pretty like every dinner. Like it's
Yeah.
just we just have turkey.
Well, I
with
mean,
that
no, this
meal.
is like socially acceptable to like. No, but this is socially acceptable to not only eat seconds and thirds, but go back for fourth and then eat a fucking pie afterwards. And then sit there with your gut going, oh, I'm so miserable. And everybody's doing the same
What
thing.
other holidays do you like? What other holidays?
Yeah,
do you like? Are
it's
you
fantastic.
a big July 4th guy?
Um,
Do you celebrate anything?
no, not really.
Your birthday? I know you don't celebrate your birthday.
Thanksgiving, I guess. I don't celebrate anything.
Just
No,
Thanksgiving.
I don't do that. If I'm not at work, which I was this year. Boo-hoo. Festivus.
What is that?
I celebrate Festivus. Nobody else does. It's a Festivus for the rest of us.
Is that really a thing, Festivus? What is that?
It's from Seinfeld. It's a holiday that George Costanza's dad invented. It's celebrated on the 23rd of December. And it's opposed to Christmas. So there's no tinsel or gift giving. There's just an aluminum pole instead of a tree. And you have dinner, and then there's the airing of grievances where you tell everybody how they disappointed you throughout the year.
That does sound like that is right up your alley.
Yeah, and then you cap it all off with a feats of strength, where you have to, the host wrestle somebody, and Festivus isn't over until they're pinned.
Oh my gosh!
But I like the whole airing of grievances. That's my favorite thing. You tell everybody how much they disappointed you. Yeah, this is the best. It's right up my alley. It's exactly what I'm all about.
I feel like Christmas.
So yeah, but I can't get anybody to actually celebrate Huh? I can't get anybody to actually celebrate Festivus with me. Everybody thinks it's stupid. I think it's great.
Next year, we'll celebrate Festivus. The 23rd.
No, we won't.
Yeah, it's always weird to me how, because I like Christmas. I like Christmas time. I like getting together with family. I like all that stuff. But it's always weird to me how.
Yeah, I bet you do.
It's just like one day. Like it feels like it should be like 2 or 3. And maybe I'm not talking about like the gift giving the whole time or any of that. I'm talking about like not like 3 days worth of gifts. I'm talking about just like 3 days worth of like gathering, having meals together, that kind of stuff. Because Christmas is like, oh man, now they start putting stuff out in October for Christmas, but from Thanksgiving, we'll just say from Thanksgiving to Christmas, you're like looking forward to it, boom, it's over. And then by the new year, people have already forgot.
It's based on Roman Saturnalia, is where the whole thing came from. So, and the Saturnalia was like a week long. It was like a week-long festival.
Well, no, it's based on that's the time of year that it's used, right?
It's exactly based on the Roman Saturnalia.
What was Saturnalia?
All the early church it's the festival to the Roman god Saturn.
Okay. And all the early.
Yeah. And all the early church just took the festival of Saturnalia and transposed Christian iconography onto it, and that's where they just ran with that. Called it Jesus's birthday instead of Saturn's day or whatever, and off you go. That's how we got Christmas. They just transferred that shit onto there because the Romans didn't want to give up Saturnalia. It was a fucking wild time, and there was gift giving and there was partying and there was all this other shit that went on with Saturnalia. So if you're trying to convert a bunch of pagans, what do? You just adopt their holidays and transpose your shit on top of it. Boom. Well, Saturnalia. And it's stupid. Christmas doesn't even make sense because it doesn't even match up with the biblical description of when Jesus was born. So it's fucking stupid to begin with.
Explain to us, how does it not? I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying.
Because the Bible says that when Jesus was born, the animals were out in the fields and blah, blah, blah. And that would say that he was born sometime in the springtime.
I got you.
Not in the coldest part of the year.
Representation of that.
It's also horseshit.
It's just representation.
Well, yeah. If you like celebrating Roman festivals and birthdays on the wrong day.
Birthdays on the wrong day. But we don't know, so we're going to have to pick a date at some point, right? We don't know what day Jesus was born.
I mean, you might as well pick a day closer to when it actually would have happened than some Roman pagan festival. To a festival to another god. You just transpose your god on top of it.
What other holidays are you not?
But the details don't matter. The details don't matter to Christians because,
What other holidays are you not a fan of?
It's all about Let's see. I don't really care for New Year's.
You know, like, I
I don't
figured
like
you'd
4th
be a
of
New
July.
Year's
Easter's stupid.
Partying,
Why?
drinking, staying up, whatever.
I mean, I don't mind the party and drinking, but I don't have to celebrate a holiday to do that.
Do you eat black-eyed peas on New Year's? You did?
I did.
I didn't realize. Apparently, that's like a Southern tradition. I read something. Well, I
It's
read
just a
something about
Southern
it. It was
thing,
something
yeah.
like the Union Army
Yep.
burned everything. The only thing they had was black-eyed peas, and that's where it comes from. I don't know if that's true.
No, I think it goes back further than
I
that.
don't know if that's true at all, but I just recently read something on that.
No, I think it goes back further than that. But yeah, it's definitely a Southern thing. Other people don't do that. My grandma used to do it all the time. She'd call me up. She'd be like, you need to come see me and eat some black-eyed peas. I'm like, all right, Grandma. I don't believe in stupid shit like that, but I'll do it. I just did it this year out of remembrance of her. I just heated up a can of peas. That's all it was. I was like, oh, I miss your grandma.
What other? There any other? My wife told me this. I didn't realize this. She told me that you're not supposed to do laundry on New Year's Day. My wife.
Who said that?
She told me that this year. Maybe she's just not.
Your wife
wanting
is
to
an
do
idiot.
laundry.
That's probably what
No,
it
I
is.
think I've heard it before. I think it's a thing.
I don't blame her.
Look that up. Where does that come from? You looking it up? I got young, not you, Bryce.
Sure.
Young Bryce over here is our Jamie today, since Chadwick ditched us.
According to folklore, if you wash clothes on New Year's Day, you'll be washing for the dead or washing a loved one away. Meaning someone in your household will die in the coming year.
Wow, are you serious?
Okay. That's what it said. Yeah.
We didn't.
Did you do laundry?
We didn't really do much of anything.
Oh. I did.
If
If I'd known that was true, I would have
you
definitely
say,
done
Russ?
some laundry.
Taking where you're not supposed to eat black-eyed peas instead of do laundry.
Oh, he's not being any good at young Jamie.
I'm trying to type it in because my computer.
I wonder if anybody
That's
else.
an idiot.
Wonder if anybody else has some weird traditions on New Year's Day.
I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people do.
Yeah, he just read that to me.
Wow, my bad.
So, what other holidays do you not like? What do you celebrate? Just Thanksgiving?
I don't celebrate anything.
Seems like a sad existence.
Why?
You don't like celebrating things?
Do I have to celebrate
No.
something to be a happy
Get together
person?
with people you like?
Huh?
You don't have that many people.
Is that the only thing that makes you happy? Is every once in a while, every couple of months on the calendar,
It's
you
not
get
the
to go
only
do some
thing that
stupid
makes
shit?
people happy, but
Is
it
that what
makes
makes your
people
life
happy.
meaningful? You just said that it's a sad existence. If you don't
Oh, I said
celebrate a
sounds
holiday,
like a
it's a
sad
sad
existence.
existence. So I'm asking you. It doesn't sound like a sad existence. It sounds like a person that doesn't like fucking getting together with people he doesn't like just because society says
Yeah,
he has
but I'm
to.
not getting together with people I don't like. I like the people I can get together with.
Oh, well, I don't like any of my family, so except for my immediate family. The cousins, I don't give a fuck about. They
Do
can
they
all
look like
rot in
you?
hell for all I care. I don't know. No, they don't look like me.
No, I
Your
didn't
cousins look just
me,
like
but
you.
they can't-
Oh, we all come have from. We
but
all
they
have
kinda
different
look-
family.
We kind of all somewhat look alike, but I can just imagine like a family reunion
That is not
where
true.
all of y'all
That
look
is
like
not
Al
true.
Borland.
Al Borland. All right, we're done with this podcast. I'm done. Fuck you.
So what else do you don't look
I
like
look
Al
nothing
Borland.
like Al Borland, you dickhead.
What did you?
Anyway.
So what other holidays? No 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day.
No. I mean, what's ridiculous is we're union guys and we don't get Labor Day off.
Well, yeah. No, yeah.
You don't find that to be ridiculous?
I guess I've never thought about it, but yeah.
It was the unions that got Labor Day to be a holiday in the first place.
We don't.
So if you're a union, you shouldn't. If you work in a union business, you shouldn't have to work on Labor Day. That's our fucking day.
That's our only day.
It's the day we got. The labor unions got Labor Day as a holiday, and we still have to work like a bunch of dickheads. We don't even get to celebrate the one fucking day set aside for labor.
Oh man.
A bunch of fucking communist bullshit. Communist. Oh, I got something to talk about. What do you think about this shit going on with Trump and them pulling him off the ballot?
I don't know. What do you think? I mean, to me, it feels like
it's awful.
Feels like
it's fucking terrible.
Revolution kind of stuff, because you have people. I mean, that's a big deal. That's a big deal to not let someone on there.
Dude. It's not. They're not just not letting him on there. They're actively taking him off. Like the Supreme Court of Colorado pulled him off of the fucking ballot. Because of saying he was like an insurrectionist or whatever. But he's never been found guilty of anything. He's never even been charged with insurrection. First of all, never been found guilty of any crimes. So they're like, and then the dickhead in what was it, Maine? She did the same thing. The Secretary of State up there pulled him off the ballot. You know, I'm not a big believer in Trump's whole they stole the election from him, but like right now they're openly trying to steal the election.
So what does that mean? I mean, I saw that Ramaswamy.
They're not even hiding it.
I saw that Ramaswamy said he'll pull his name out if they do that. You know, off too. DeSantis kind of crapped the bed with that whole deal, because when they asked him, he was like, "Oh, that lets them win, or whatever, makes the left win." Like, not really, but. Mm-hmm. Just to stand in solidarity, which he's been garbage completely. And I liked that guy initially. I thought his COVID stuff was great, but more and more it looks like he.
He's fucking. He's awful. He's awful. It's Ramaswamy. It's Ramaswamy or nothing, as far as I'm concerned. On the Republican ticket, I'd like to see a showdown between him and RFK Jr.
It would be interesting. I want to see him debate Trump. Ramaswamy debate Trump. I don't think it's going to happen. That's ever going to happen. I think it would be entertaining.
Yeah. So where does this shit go? So you got Colorado, you got Maine, Gavin Newsom. This is what's wild. Is in California, the state assembly openly talked about pulling Trump off the ballot as well, and Gavin Newsom of all people came out and said, "No, you can't fucking do that."
Really? They want him on there because they think Biden can beat him again.
I don't know if that's what it is, but and what did he say? Yeah, he said, Newsom said, "There's no doubt that Donald Trump is a threat to our liberties and even our democracy, but in California, we defeat candidates at the polls. Everything else is a political distraction."
Yeah. Sounds like the most logical thing that dude's ever said.
That guy's a piece of shit. But he's not wrong about that. He's not wrong about that at all. It's kind of disgusting. I mean, I don't like Donald Trump. Don't get me wrong. I don't want him to win again.
You have a Donald Trump t-shirt.
But
you're secretly.
I like the fact that liberals. No, I don't like him. But I do like the fact that liberals lose their fucking mind anytime he's around. So that cracks me up. But as far as like, do I actually want him to win? No, not at all. No, not even a little bit. I'd rather it be. Well, nobody really.
I don't know, man. I like Ramaswamy, and I think he has more. I think he has more support than people think he does. Because he's showing behind in the polls, like behind Nikki Haley. I've actually talked to people that said they would rather Ramaswamy over Trump. Never once has anyone said they want Nikki Haley over Trump, or they have that I've talked to. Like I can't even.
Yeah, right now Trump is polling 62.7%. Haley is 11%. DeSantis is 10.9%, and Ramaswamy is 4.3%.
How is Haley that much ahead of him? Who is her base?
I mean, it doesn't really matter, because if you combine all three of those others, I mean, they still don't even get close to Donald Trump.
Though.
So
I think it's wrong. I think it is. I think
is it?
It's been wrong before.
I don't think it is.
But I think Ramaswamy has a lot more support than people realize.
He probably does, but he's nowhere near what Donald Trump gets. I mean, Donald Trump is going to be the Republican nominee. There's just no way around it. That's just the way it is. All they're doing is wasting their time and money right now running against him, because none of them are going to beat him. Even if he got even if he got charged or found guilty of those whatever crimes they said he committed, it's just going to make him more popular.
But what happens if he's not on the ballot?
I think you're going to have a lot of write-ins.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court is going to hear a case about the California thing, and they're going to put take him off the ballot to arrest. They're going to have to put him back on the ballot because he's never been convicted of a crime.
Will that get done in time for the primary? It will?
Yes. Yeah, they should hear that pretty soon.
Well, kind of.
Yeah, that'll be top priority because it affects the election. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That was one of the things I thought when I heard that is, well, about the Supreme Court in here. Well, will they get it done quick enough? If they don't get it done before the primary, and say Nikki Haley does get it because Trump's not on the primary,
well, even if it doesn't matter if they get it done before the primary or not, that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but if the Republicans, if their primaries, if they've already picked their nominee at their conventions through the primaries or whatever, then and it's someone else, then it does have something to do with it.
But them taking him off the ballot in Colorado doesn't affect who the Republican Party picks as their nominee.
More and more states.
Once he's the nominee,
Maine, you said that they tried to do it.
Yeah, but it's not going to go any. It doesn't matter because it doesn't matter if he's on the ballot in those states or not. Who they choose to be the nominee is irrelevant. They can pick anybody they want to be the nominee at the convention or in the primaries. They can still make him the nominee, and then the court can hear the case and say you can't remove him from the ballot, and he's automatically on the ballot.
Do you think he wins if he gets on there? No, wins the election. Wins the election.
Yes, he wins. Yes.
The general.
Yes, he wins. That's why they're so desperate to get him off the ballot. They know he's going to win because Joe Biden has been such a fucking dumpster fire.
What?
Look at the state of the economy compared to what it was with Donald Trump. Everybody is blaming Joe Biden. Well, Joe Biden is a dickhead. So, and he doesn't know where he is half the time.
I think it's Shane Gillis. As he cracks smokes, he immediately, after finishing his speech, turns into a human Roomba. And then starts walking around like, okay, can't go that way. Oh, it's great. Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's about right. No,
that's hilarious.
That sounds about right.
Hilarious. Well, RFK kind of petered out, seems like. I mean, you don't hear nearly, it seems like he came out of the gate strong. And I don't hear anything really about him anymore.
I mean, he's still behind.
Well, he doesn't, maybe not petered out. Maybe that's the wrong way to say it. But, I mean, you just, there for a while, it was like every time you turned around, he was in the news somehow. He was doing some podcast somewhere, and it just.
Well, it's because he's still doing all the podcasts. I see him on podcasts all the time, doing different shows.
Well, it just didn't seem like he's got the fire that he had initially behind him.
Well, you just don't see him on the mainstream media because they don't want him in there. So, but he's making the rounds. He's all over the place.
Yeah, I know there were a lot of libertarians that were kind of like, hey, maybe this guy, he's not great on a lot, but he's not great on some stuff, but he's good on a lot. Maybe he's the guy that we go to. And then the Israel stuff, man, really, when him coming out for all that really kind of put a bad taste in the libertarians' mouth is what it seemed like to me.
I guess war in Israel or what?
Yeah.
I don't know what it said about that. I don't pay attention to him that close.
He was definitely for us sending money and for everything that's going on. He had some rabbi on Rabbi Shmuley.
Yeah, but every single one of them is saying the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess they are, but I guess that was the.
So how's he different than any of the other candidates?
That's what I'm saying. From the people that are libertarian, they were saying, "Hey, maybe this guy is the guy that we go."
Who gives a fuck about the libertarians? Why would libertarians care about? Why would they care about RFK Jr. anyway? Like, he's not anywhere close to being a libertarian. So who gives a fuck what he says about Israel? He's not a libertarian candidate. Never will be. So what does it fucking matter? I don't understand these libertarians that are pinning their hopes on some guy that is not a libertarian.
I don't think they were pinning their hopes. I think they were looking at the lesser of two evils initially.
There is no lesser of two evils. They're all evil. They're all evil. Even Ramaswamy is a compromise on that.
Yeah. Ramaswamy's out of the mainstream.
They're all terrible. They're all terrible.
Ramaswamy's the best.
Every one of them. Probably so, but he's bad on some stuff too. Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah.
Well,
what's the latest with the libertarian fucking stupid party? The stupid Libertarian Party that doesn't do shit, can't get their shit together. What's the latest with them?
I don't know. Man, everything just...
We interviewed all these fucking guys of the Libertarian Party, and I'm sitting there going, I wouldn't vote for any of you motherfuckers.
You don't like none of them. None of them you liked more than the other?
No, not really. Probably that Termont, but that's about it. Or who was that guy with the gay flag? The one that you insulted?
Did I insult him? I didn't mean to.
I don't know. I felt you felt a little defensive after that. I don't know why you brought it up. I don't even know why you mentioned it.
What was his Chase Oliver?
Chase Oliver.
I think like if you were the candidates that are out there now, I don't know. I don't think he stands out enough to remotely get the nomination. I mean, really, the only one that is Rechtenwald, because he's got the support of the Mises. But that Josh Smith, we couldn't get him to come on. But he seems to be he's got his own podcast. He seems to me to be the number 2 seed. But
yeah, I wish there was some polling data on the Libertarian Party.
None.
No, there's none. Because, it's a fucking joke.
It could be more.
More of a joke?
No, I was waiting on that.
It could be more of a joke. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. I don't have any love for the Libertarian Party. I think it's a joke. And I've said this many times, and I'll continue to say it. It's a joke party. It's not worth pursuing anything with the Libertarian Party. It's a waste of time and money, and our efforts would be better spent running libertarians as Democrats and Republicans and trying to take and trying to move those parties closer to the center. Before,
don't you have to have the party to do that? You don't?
No. Nope. Libertarians know who they are.
I don't know. Feels like you kind of have to have the party to...
To what? What is the party even doing? What does it do? Name one thing.
Feels like you have to have the... I could see an argument.
I'm waiting.
I'm waiting
to see what they actually do. Okay. Give me the argument for it. What do we need the Libertarian Party for? If you're a libertarian running as a Republican, what do you need the Libertarian Party for?
Well, just those ideas, to keep those ideas out there so people know what it is.
We have groups out there that are pushing those ideas. The Libertarian Party is not a good voice for doing that. It's so disorganized in such a garbage organization. How are they? They're not doing anything for education or anything like that. No, man. The way you do it, just like Ron Paul talked about, you get into the main parties, pick one, or I say both of them actually, and you start slowly taking over the parties from within. And then, because nothing's going to change until you change the ballot access laws and giving third parties just as much right to be on the ballot as the two major parties.
Yeah, I mean, you make good points.
The only thing I could say is it would be better to have a Libertarian Political Action Committee that sucked up all the money that's being wasted by the Libertarian Party, and they could take that money and support libertarian-minded or libertarians that are running as
I guess
Democrats
that's
or
what I'm
Republicans.
saying. I mean, you said it better, but that's kind of what I'm saying, like some kind of action, some kind of libertarian action group. Not that. That's what I'm saying in a sense,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. The Libertarian Party is just a wasted effort. It's a wasted effort. All those people would be better off running for the city councils and county commissioner courts or whatever your local county structure is, or government structure, school boards, sheriff's offices, things like that, and then building up their name and their reputation, and then moving up to a higher office within the existing parties.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. Just sitting here conversing with you.
Yeah. Well, that's how I feel about the Libertarian Party. I don't really like it. I think it's a waste of money. All that money that's donated to the LP, if think about it, if you could take that money, you picked out like a handful of people running for U.S. Senate or something,
Okay.
right? And you put all that money towards them and got those people elected to Congress or the U.S. Senate, that would be far more effective than wasting that money on a libertarian presidential campaign that'll never do anything.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
If you were able to get 10 libertarians in the U.S. Senate, you would actually have some real power. Because then you could, I mean, because the votes are so close, right? It's always split between the two parties. So by just one or two votes. So if you were able to get 5 or 6 or 10 libertarians in the Senate that voted as a block, you're a game changer. Then you could do whatever you want, because now you're the kingmaker vote in that body, and that means you can basically tell Congress how it's going to have to go.
Sounds like we need to make a, what'd you call it? Libertarian action. Yeah.
Political Action Committee. Yeah.
I don't know. Good stuff. What else you got?
Mm-hmm. I don't have
Nothing.
anything. I don't have anything. That's it.
Well, I
we done?
guess so.
Is that
I
it?
guess we're
done
gonna. I guess
with this
we're gonna
one?
wrap it up. We'll be back with you. Try to get back on a more regular routine. Although, things have changed here at work, so it'll be a little bit different. But thanks for listening. Next time.
See you next time.